welcome, Mr. Godfrey KIWEDE.
Thank you.
Manager Shilo Hotel in Kasese. We want to interact with you a little bit about the hospitality business. We are having numerous events.
Yes.
We have the TUSKERLITE RWENZORI Marathon.
Yes.
We have the World Tourism Day
coming to Kasese.
Yes. And we have the Theluji also.
We also have the Rotary clubs.
Yes.
Western Uganda also coming to Kasese.
How are we prepared as the hospitality business, especially hotels, restaurants, and the like?
Oh, thank you. It is an honor interacting with you. My name is Godfrey KIWEDE, the manager of Shilo Hotels. Yes. Well, in terms of preparation, personally, as someone who is interested and very passionate about hospitality, I have taken an initiative to even do some inspection around the hotels in Kasese, because this work must be done collectively. If there is a guest coming to Hotel B in Kasese, and there is also Hotel A, if they find the service of Hotel B very poor, they may end up thinking that's what it looks like everywhere. So as stakeholders in the industry, it is our responsibility, it is our obligation to ensure that there is perfect accommodation, the comfort unlimited for the guests that we are hosting.
Yes.
Because if I leave my home and I have a very good facility, I have a very good bed in my home, and the environment in my home is really perfect, and I go out to find comfort, I must find comfort.
Okay.
And as far as preparations for the forthcoming events in Kasese are concerned, all hotels are working so hard to ensure they offer the best service. However, there are still those that are still struggling, and of course it has become our responsibility for some of us to encourage them and also push them, so that whoever comes to Kasese should go with a story to tell. Okay. And they should be able to even come back and also recommend other people that now, yes, Kasese has the best facilities.
Actually, on that point, do we have enough hotels to accommodate? We hear of 4,000 visitors coming.
Yes.
Can we really accommodate all of them?
Yes, I would say Kasese has the potential to accommodate even beyond 4,000. Okay. Why? You know, people look at a hotel, but they know that they fail to understand accommodation facilities. When it comes to accommodation facility, we have hotels, we have lodges, we have guest houses, we have motels, we have inns, we have safari camps, we have camping, and all that is accommodation. And the guests that we host, there are those that will tell you that we need to be in a safari lodge. Then those ones will go in the national parks, because we have this hotel. We have Mweya, we have Chikorongo safaris, we have Simba safaris, we have elephant plains, and many of them in the national parks. But our people here locally, they don't know that these facilities are there. Okay. And when it comes to a guest house, like people have always misinterpreted a guest house and a hotel and a hotel and an inn. The things. We also have what we call Airbnb. Yes. Homestays. For example, if Kasese said, Muyenga community, we are going to offer accommodation, we are going to offer our houses for accommodation. And these people are there and they are willing to host people. They have enough spacious compounds. They even have rooms in their houses. For example, personally, my home I have about 5 rooms. And I have, and me and my children, we're about a family of 4 people who can even take 2 rooms or even 1. Yes. So why can't I give out the rest of the rooms to people who are looking for accommodation? So I would say Kasese has the capacity to
now,
even host.
On that point,
yes.
How could, because people sometimes don't know how to do it.
Oh, yes.
They also don't know, how do I bring foreigners into my home? Into my home. Because a home is more of a private place. True. Now bringing foreigners, strangers, how can that be handled?
What we are talking here is getting into the money economy. Okay. Why should we have 4,000 guests in the district, in your town, and you fail to tap into the opportunity of getting money from them? These people are spenders. By the time they leave their countries, by the time they leave their homes, they already have money to come and spend in kasese. Why shouldn't we now look at that as an opportunity for us to tap into the money economy? Now, the other issue that you talked about, people failing to understand that there are these people coming,
yes,
or even those who already have facilities, ensuring that they have their facilities ready to host. It is one thing to appreciate that there are people who have traveled, there are people who have moved, and there are people who can connect. The hospitality industry does not require people to work in isolation. You have to come up and work as a team.
Networking, right?
For example, if I'm a manager Shilo hotels, and I have, let's say, for example, about 10 rooms, and all my rooms have been occupied, do I know another hotel that has rooms that are empty, that are not yet occupied? So if I have the rooms and have been occupied, but there is my other business partner, or there's another person who's doing the same business, I have to cooperate and partner with these people. And use the other facility either as an annex or as a sister hotel. Okay. But when there is an understanding between the two of you, because what I'm offering here must also look like what the other person is offering. Yes. So that I shouldn't have guests here and give you my guests. But when they get there, they don't find that comfort. So it is about us people who are in this industry to begin looking out at what would be these things that the guests would look out for. Okay. What comes out for the guests that they would appreciate and say, yes, kasese has accommodation, and the accommodation is really perfect for us to be accommodated in kasese.
Okay. Now, on the other hand, we've seen locals, residents, not so much participating in these activities, especially the TUSKERLITE RWENZORI MARATHon. How could the locals actually feel that they are part of this organization, they are part of these events? How can they tap into that opportunity?
Well, there are things that come up and people have to get to appreciate. And of course, we even have slow learners.
Yes.
The TUSKERLITE Marathon is a marathon that has been globally recognized.
Yes.
It is an international marathon. And this is the 3rd edition. Yes. But you'll agree with me, the 1st edition had attracted people, and the 2nd edition attracted more people than the 1st edition. Now today, so far from what we are seeing, this edition is likely attracting more people than the first and 2nd editions. But now the question you're bringing, the local community participating, we will appreciate that something that is still new, people also move at their pace.
Okay.
So
they are still learning.
Engagement. There is a lot of engagement to make, and of course that is a collective responsibility. What is the leadership doing to tell people to participate? But also, what are the areas of participation? Where is the room? Where is the platform? Where is the space that we are occupying to participate? I would say people already are participating because the participation comes at different levels. It may not necessarily be participating in the run, but it might be participating in hosting runners.
Okay.
It might be participating, giving out food, offering a service.
Okay.
Like, for example, I've seen some local cultural troops, cultural dancers organized at that level to entertain the guests. That is the level of participation. People have been mobilized along the marathon routes.
Yes.
To be there to cheer people. And we can't wait. We are, like on Saturday, the marathon day, you are going to see people having come to really witness the event, but also even move to the marathon routes to cheer people. But the level, maybe at some point, what I would say is, so at some point it requires, it comes at a cost. Okay. The level of participation comes at a cost. Like for people who are participating in the marathon, they are paying a fee. You are paying for a kit. You are registering to be part of the run. Yes. So that the organizers can be responsible that we have these people running. Now, when it comes to the cost implication of paying 60,000 for a kit and other packages that come with the with that cost, then some other people may not be able to afford that. But I think maybe what would be done, organized institutions, corporate bodies would now be considering paying for certain groups of people, like the community.
Okay.
Like for example, if HIMA came out and said, okay, for us we are paying for local runners, people from Kasese who are interested in running, where are you? Centenary Bank comes out, and any other corporate body coming up to facilitate, to fund some of the runners who are willing. Because I know we have local runners who cannot afford to even pay for the kit. I have personally sponsored 10 people who are going to participate in the run. Okay. And one of them is 60 years old.
Yes.
And he's going to run 42 kilometers. And I paid for him 60,000. The others that I've also paid for, they are young people. Just because of the passionate of having more people from within, the indigenous people participating in the run. And I think going forward, if we can have more people sponsoring the local runners, then we would have more people taking up, owning this thing. But however, at some point, we are already seeing people participating by organizing services and products to sell. Okay. So that is the level of participation.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure.
Yeah, really. Lastly, before we wind up, we've seen people participating in cleaning the town.
Oh, yes.
Really, the town is now looking good. But some question is, how are we able to manage the cleanliness?
Sustaining it.
Sustaining it.
Yes, yes.
Very soon, very soon the roads are going to be commissioned.
Yes.
They are going to be handed over to the local authorities. Now, you as KIWEDE, what could be done to see that this cleanliness is sustained?
Sustained.
Yes.
Thank you. And good enough, I also sit on Kasese Municipal Development Forum, a forum that brings together all the people to speak about issues of urbanization. And that is a very pertinent issue. How do we sustain cleanliness?
Yes.
There is a lot of work that is going on and is in progress. One, cleanliness starts with the mindset, and it starts at home. If you are one person who observes a dirty area and you don't want to stay in a dirty area, then that begins to remind you and begins to commit you and convict you that you are supposed to be part of sustaining the cleanliness of this town. It is a collective responsibility if we must have a clean environment. Okay. And of course that is even our vision as Kasese Municipal Council, a well-planned, clean town.
Thank you so much, Mr. KIWEDE. Lastly,
yes.
Let's talk about Shilo. Shilo Hotel, what services are you offering as per now, as we speak?
Thank you so much. If I must talk about Shilo, Shilo is a facility that has a humble background, a humble beginning.
Yes.
Our vision is to have a 5-star hotel.
Okay.
But whatever we are doing it with a lot of cautiousness. So that when we say we are fully open, whoever enters here should find the comfort unlimited. Okay. Because some of us, the proprietors and the management, who have been able to move and who have known what it means by a hotel. So apparently, we have just very few services. What we have is a coffee shop. A coffee shop, you can find all types of coffee, the smoothies, the soft drinks, whatever, the ice creams. Once you get there, you can be able to find this. And when it comes to other services, we have a boardroom. Even during this season, for example, there are those people who may want to have activities after the Theluji festival. There are those small groups that want to have their workshops. We have a boardroom that can accommodate about 50 participants. We also have a restaurant that is open. Our restaurant works 24/7. If you get here and you fix an order, then you'll be able to be served because we have a chef on call. We have a chef who is here 24/7. And we also have accommodation, but this is camping. Okay. There are those guest tourists who would want to stay in a camp, and we have a camping ground. The other thing we have is campsites,
Okay.
or even cultural events. We can have a cultural troupe coming here to entertain guests. Then a garden for any kind of function, weddings, parties, any kind of function. Our garden is also available to offer that service.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mr. KIWEDE, for your time.
It has been a pleasure.
Yeah, we shall always have you.
Please, please, please.